Over 7,200 inside the Motorpoint Arena for the Nottingham Panthers' 100th visit to Sheffield. Brandon Benedict was to have an integral part of this game. Frank Doyle was to be amazing. The orange flags were out. The Panthers were ready. It was time for the Steelers. Mark Thomas was ready. Time to go, Tomo. Lovely super slow-mo. It was to be a cracker as well. A 5-goal thriller that had a little bit of everything. Panthers had the better of the first 5 minutes. Steelers then started to dominate. First contentious issue of the night was that. A Robert Dowd penalty. Most of us didn't even think it was a 2-minute minor. Dowd, he ended up serving 12 minutes. 2 and 10 check into the head. What do you think? Is that a 2 and 10 check into the head? Well, maybe I'm looking through rose-tinted glasses, but I didn't think so. Anyway, the Steelers were dominant, even short-handed. With the Panthers on the power play, they hurried, they hassled. They were simply tremendous. And they drew a penalty of their own. Phillips and Mosienko, well, they were just bumblebees. They were absolute pains. And Boxall called there for holding. We're 4-on-4. The charge was led by Cullen Eddy. Crosses the blue line. Makes one hit. Makes a second hit. Clarkie's strong and tall, but Clarkie can't clear his zone. Ben O'Connor with the big shot in. Eddie again, but watch the brilliance of Matthew Bois setting up Mike Forney. Steelers led on a 4-on-4 goal. 1-0 Steelers, 18:36. Forney finishes, but is there a better man in front of the net? We say it week after week than Matthew Bois. Ben O'Connor's blast. Colin Eddy's blast. It was frenetic at this stage. But the only person who sees Mike Forney, and 7,200 of us, well, it was Matthew Bois. And he continued to be frenetic as well. Got a little feisty. That's what we all wanted to see. Total commitment from a Steelers team against the Panthers. And that is exactly what we got in the first period. Got it in the second session as well. And Steelers got off to the perfect second period start. They just skated so well. Boxall instructs his goalie to pass it to one of the Steelers players. Good on you, Boxall. Thomas with the shot. Again in front is Bois. Simple tap in Colton Freta. 21-49. Freta makes it 2-0. 67 for the Steelers as the Steelers went looking for their 67th victory against the Panthers at the Motorpoint Arena. Bois again in front. Look at the punishment he takes. And that punishment is rewarded by the simplest of goals for Colton Freta. Bois, of course, and Thomas picked up the assists. Steelers led 2-0. But you don't win one championship every 62 years without having a certain amount of character, and the Nottingham Panthers were trying to get back into this one quickly. They did as well. Former Steeler, Robert Farmer, quick hands, confused everybody. Reverse backhand pass, hit the skate of Mark Thomas, beats Frank Doyle. Panthers are back in it. 31-27. You'll see again, good work from Farmer. Always had good hands, hasn't he, Robert Farmer? And just a little backhand reverse into the skates of Mark Thomas. Nothing Frank can do about that. 2-1. But this game was end-to-end. There was afters, there was just bits of everything. And you can see here, the battle in front. More afters. Boxall. Who's Boxall? He's getting more and more involved. Of course, where there's a ruck, there's Robert Farmer. You still got to love Farms, even when he wears the black and yellow of the Nottingham Panthers, haven't you? The Panthers came again. Benedict. Big stop, Frank. This time off Perron. But the Panthers would get back into this game, and it would be that man Boxall who was involved. He battled, he worked hard. Farmer was out on the ice as well, but the puck will come back to the top. Wild shot. Couldn't get held. And there was Perron to tie the game at 2 apiece. 47-56, Farmer and Wild got the assists. Wild shot. Frank saw it late. It went through 2 Steelers players. Just couldn't get that glove down quick enough. Perron got there first and slid the puck past Frank Doyle. We're tied at 2 against the Panthers. It was edge of your seat stuff. You couldn't have wished for a better game. Panthers came looking for the winner. Straight after that second goal, they had momentum. Thomas into the corner. Benedict takes Thomas off his feet. Into the glass. Benedict not happy with the penalty. He's going for boarding. He's looking at the clock saying, come on, ref, it's a 2-2 game. And he had sympathy with that until you see this, that it is exactly a boarding penalty. He sees the numbers, should never make that hit. Takes Thomas off his feet. Benedict off to the box. Steelers on the power play. Dowd had a chance just moments earlier. After the game, he told me on that first chance, he went glove side. The second chance he's going to get, after a nice reverse here from Baldwin, he goes blocker. He confuses the goalie. The goalie wasn't ready for it, Modig. He went blocker side this time. He shoots, he scores. Power play goal Steelers, they led 3-2. Dowdy was ecstatic. Daryl Hay was ecstatic. You'll see it again. Blocker side, and Modig just wasn't ready for it. Let's see a super slow-mo. Look at the whip. Not glove side this time. Blocker side. The arena erupted. The Steelers 3-2 against the Panthers. Favourites now for that 67th home victory. No bigger smile than the one on Daryl Hay's face. Chances still came. Fretter got Lakovic all over him. Takes the goalie out, the net out. Whitewash. Fretter was okay, goalie was okay. Everybody headed back to the bench. Probably the moment of the night though. Well, firstly, how was that not a penalty? I think we got away with one there, didn't we? But here's the moment of the night. Keep your eye on 7, Robert Lakovic. Look at that for a save, Frank Doyle. Oh, the arena stood. Motsienko smiles and shakes his head. Jonathan Phillips tries to get his stick. Can't get there. Frank makes a save. We all stood applauded. Frank was simply outstanding. Again, Steelers had a chance in Belfast with an empty net. They had a chance here with an empty net. Fretter misses it. Saw a post on the forum saying that Gerad Adams should make sure his team works on shooting at an empty net. Can you believe it? The Steelers, though, were 3-2 up against the Panthers. The clock was ticking down. Ben O'Connor clears. The hooter goes. A couple of Panthers try. It's Farms again, isn't it? So Farms and Benny have a little bit of afters. But hey, boys, the Steelers have just beat the Panthers 3-2. What a night at the Motorpoint Arena. Forney with the first, Fretter with the second, Dowdy with the game winner. Perrant got the man of the match for the Panthers. Of course, it was the golden child, Robert Dowd, who got the man of the match for the Sheffield Steelers with that game winner. Huge thanks to Holdfast for their match sponsorship. Dowdy got to do the Eddie. After the game, we caught up with head coach Gerad Adams, but first we spoke to the golden child and asked him, wow, to score against the Panthers, a game winner, what was that like?
That always feels nice. I mean, to score a goal in those games is special, and to score a game winner is a little more special. It puts a smile on your face, that's for sure.
Yeah, you put a smile on over 7,000 people's faces as well. The goal was great, but the performance, not only from yourself but from your whole team, was great. Was fantastic tonight, wasn't it? It was a solid performance.
It was, like you said, it's a solid performance. There's no other way to describe it. We locked up that neutral zone and made it tough for them to play, made it tough for them to break us down. And defensively, again, solid. Frankie made some big stops for us, and we had some timely goal scoring. We scored goals at the right times when we needed it. So overall, a great performance.
Was that first period perhaps our best of the season? Because at times they just couldn't get the puck off us, could they?
Yeah, we were solid. Like I said, we were moving the puck well. We were anticipating. We were first to pucks all over the ice. So it was nice to be a part of.
From where I was sitting, I couldn't believe that it was 2-2 because we'd been so dominant at times. But the atmosphere, everything on the bench seemed to be strong and positive that we would go on and get that game winner. You went and got it. Just talk us through that goal, because to me it seemed like the goalie wasn't expecting that shot.
Yeah, I mean, we worked it round really well on the power play, and God kind of gave it to me in the corner, and they give me a little bit of room to roll out into the slot, and when I rolled out there, I tried to just sneak one block aside, and it went in, because the one before that I went glove, so I thought he'd cheat a little bit, and luckily it came off for me.
Just tell us what goes through your head when you know it's a goal at that moment, the emotion, what runs through your mind?
It's tough to describe. It's just a surge of energy. You want to skate as fast as you can. You don't know where, but you just want to scream and let out a big scream, and it's an awesome feeling.
It seems the rivalry is back, doesn't it? It's back in the NIC and the two games here. There's an edge and there's an intensity about these games.
Oh, definitely. Like both the teams don't like each other. We don't like each other, and we enjoy them. We thrive on that rivalry, playing against each other. So it's good to be a part of.
Gee, congratulations. It was a fabulous performance and a hard-earned victory.
It was a good game. I thought we played extremely well in a lot of areas. We went really short bench for a while, and the guys did what was asked of them. They should be, more than proud of the efforts, and we deserved the 2 points and to get it at home in front of a big crowd like that. We talked about the game, about delivering a good performance and delivering a result, and we're able to go out there and we got the job done. So, credit to the players. They did extremely well tonight.
It looked like domination, especially in that first period, and really 1-0 wasn't enough, was it? We should have been perhaps a few more because we dominated at times.
We had a number of chances to score, but it was good because we still got the chances, and it's easy when the chances don't go in. You can get very frustrated, and the momentum can change, but that wasn't the case. And even when it went 2-2, still a lot of belief on the bench, and the mental approach was the big thing for me tonight. The attitude was perfect, and it's what we needed.
Yeah, because Nottingham had that big shift, didn't they, just after they made it 2-2, but then straight away Sheffield came back, got that power play and an outstanding goal from Robert Dowd.
Yeah, I mean, we spoke about limiting our mistakes. If we do make a mistake, it's not compounding problems, and that's what we're able to do tonight, and that's what we need out of Robert Dowd. He can provide those type of goals. That's what we need from him, and sometimes it takes one to get going, and hopefully that'll get him rolling.
Every week we seem to speak about Frank Doyle. Talk us through that pad save he made with just 3 or 4 minutes left. What was going through your mind, stomach and body and everything else?
I had the "we're okay" speech ready on the bench, ready to go. But no, that was a fantastic save, and Frank's been a rock this year. He's won us a few games. He's made key saves at key times, and that's what you need from your goalie. So he needs to keep doing that, and I've got no doubt that he will. And
an incredible atmosphere in the building, 7,000 plus in here. It was great, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's so cool to be part of, and especially for the players, first year kind of players that are involved with the rivalry to kind of get in, and I think it's a good setup for Boxing Day. I think that's going to be another fantastic game, fantastic atmosphere, and it'll be another fantastic performance from the boys.
Well, firstly, Danny, first opportunity to welcome you formally to Sheffield, and it's good to see you looking so well, though not quite well enough to be out there on the ice tonight.
Yeah, it's anytime with the injuries like I had, you want to be safe. So we decided to take an extra couple of days instead of maybe another injury down the road. So yeah. I'm trying to play it safe, but I'm hoping to be back real soon.
It's been quite a baptism of fire, hasn't it? From the moment you landed to our wonderful government keeping you in the cell for 10 hours, and then everything else that's happened. It's been a rough 2 or 3 weeks.
It's been interesting. Yeah. If I ever write a book, this will definitely be in it.
Yeah.
But get it all out of the way at first, so now it should be smooth sailing coming in.
Yeah, you watched the game tonight. You've just been telling me sweaty palms. It was so close. Hockey players are the worst watchers of a game, aren't they?
Yeah, it's. I don't really know many hockey players that can actually watch their. It's okay watching another team, but watching your own team, it's very stressful.
Talk us through it from a player's perspective. What did you see tonight? What did you like about what your teammates did?
I thought we moved the puck really well. Had good puck control. We didn't cheat forward. The guys were always coming back, helping out for the D zone. I thought it was just a really good team game.
Yeah, and what about the atmosphere and the people in the building?
Yeah, it was a good crowd. Like you said, it's a big rivalry, so you get a good atmosphere. It's a lot of fun to play in those games.
Yeah, you've been practicing with the boys, and obviously you're hoping to make your debut next Friday against Cardiff. Something you'll look forward to.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm like I said, I've been here a little while now, and I haven't really got to play anything yet. So I'm excited to get in some games. Get around the guys a little more and have some fun.
Okay. You know many of the guys from back home or in other leagues, or is it fairly new here?
Most of the guys are fairly new. I knew a couple guys just a little bit, 1 or 2 guys. That was it.
Yeah. One of your mates was actually a Braehead player, wasn't he? And it wasn't the guy who thumped you.
Matt Keith. Matt Keith.
Yeah.
He's he's good friends with Conor too, so I kind of knew Conor a little bit coming in here.
Yeah. Does it help having somebody that you can have a reference point on before you put pen to paper?
Oh yeah, it always helps if you know people and you get, if you can get some few pointers in that, it always helps.
Okay, well, welcome to Sheffield. Hopefully next time we see you, we'll be on the ice.
Yes, for sure. Thank you.